to sort of manage the operation of the vehicle. And what the visibility package does is we're continually monitoring the engine as well as the global positioning sensor that's contained within the system. So we're able to develop a lot of data that you can use for reporting purposes and fleet management purposes. And this is an example of the screen that the user would see that has activated the visibility package on the vehicle. He winds up with a menu of options to help him manage the fleet, have access to data summaries that he wouldn't otherwise have. And just to give you some quick example, there's icons in here for a number of different things. He can go in and look at his entire fleet and see which vehicles are stopped and how long they've been stopped if he's concerned about efficiency. He can go in and sort by vehicle number or by time and by time period. So for the month of January, you could go in and say which vehicles were in operation, were not operational for the longest period of time. It'll give you a summary of the stop time of every vehicle. You can get summaries of idle time for every vehicle. Who's the guy that's abusing the idle time and what is it costing me? Because we'll also give him a cost to idle that vehicle for the period of time that it has idled. He can go in and again sort the entire fleet, best to worst. All the data that's in here is easily exportable to an Excel spreadsheet, so he can then take that data and turn it into his own system to manage his fleet. So things like the idle time, speed, who's driving at high speeds, who's abusing that aspect. There's an audit function where he can go in and set some parameters for idle time, time over speed limit, stop time, and set up some parameters, and it will automatically generate a list for him of which trucks have fallen outside the bounds that he has established. So it's really a great tool for the fleet to understand how the vehicles are being operated when obviously he can't keep track of every vehicle. The other things that are in here, he can get mileage by vehicle, he can get mileage by state. Within that mileage, he can get fuel consumption reports off of every vehicle. He can get fuel burned over any period of time that he selects because we're keeping track of the fuel consumed. So he can manage the fleet and look at the fleet best to worst in terms of fuel consumption, identify which trucks are maybe not up to par with regard to fuel consumption, and then take appropriate steps to help train the operators. So this visibility package, as it's defined, gives him significant visibility to all the engine data that he needs to see, that helps him understand exactly how these vehicles are being operated.